guys, it is Tuesday and Melissa is running late today. It is raining outside, which means, oh, and my husband's still out of town, which means mommy has to take the kids to school today, which is okay, except for the fact that 90% of people do not know how to use the school drop-off lines on busy days. This is not the time to give your kids, you know, super extra hugs and kisses. And I mean, every single parent has to drop off their kids, especially at the elementary schools. So the point here is speed. So yeah, so got my kids dropped off. Took me about 35 minutes, 40 minutes, I think. Yep. And they live like max 3 blocks away from, their school is, you know, like 3 blocks away from our house, so it's kind of sad. But got home, put my makeup on, and now I'm on my way to school. School starts at 9 a.m. Class starts at 9 a.m. this morning, and it is 8:30. So we're gonna hope and pray and, you know, all of those things that the traffic is the same as it was yesterday and I can get to school early and I'm not like having to walk in right at 9 o'clock because that would be bad. So I got my homework finished last night, all of the workbook pages that were assigned for my oral-facial anatomy class today, and I kind of relaxed a little bit yesterday while, so I was proud of myself. I made supper. I made beef enchiladas for dinner. My kids were all happy. My husband's out of town and my kids texted him and were like, "Dad, guess what? Mom made enchiladas." So it was kind of funny. But made dinner for the family last night, and I still managed to get my homework done. I slept pretty good last night, and I went ahead and, like I was saying, I relaxed a little bit by watching one of my favorite comedians, Gabriel Iglesias, on Netflix. So it was just a nice way to relax a little bit and de-stress after a sort of overwhelming first day. It was, I mean, I knew it was coming. I knew it was going to be intense. I knew we were going to, you know, hit the ground running and all of that, but it was just, it was like, you know, switching gears. You know, you have to like, okay, I can do this, you know? So it was just, you know, firing up the old, you know, school cylinders again and, you know, putting my brain in gear. So today I have oral facial anatomy and pre-clinic lecture. So I have pre-clinic lecture second and oral facial anatomy first. So I will see you guys either after school or at lunch, and see you then. Hey guys, it's Melissa. I'm back. So it is Tuesday after school, and it's a crazy day. So we ended up having to stay late because it just, things ran long, and so being a mom interfered today with my husband being out of town. My daughter made it home from school before I did, and she was texting me in class, and you know, I was, so it was hard today. You know, being a mom was interfering with being a student, and it's hard to see that she needs me, and you know, I'm still in class, so that was hard today. But we, you know, the piling on of I guess assignments and different things continued today. So we already had access via our online software, you know, school software, to our oral facial anatomy class, but then it was our first day of preclinical lecture, and she did not allow our Canvas. She didn't make the class available to us online until, you know, today. So, because she didn't want to overwhelm us seeing all of the stuff that we have to do, and it was, so I didn't see everything, and so she kind of went through the whole syllabus with us and everything that's going on, and man, it's, so, you know, it's just, there's a lot of reading. There is so much, and it's, there, you know, all of the instructors are talking, and they're using all of this language, and it sounds literally like they are speaking, you know, I don't know, Japanese or something. It's, you know, or maybe just another dialect of English, because you kind of pick out words here and there, and you know, it's like, it sounds kind of familiar, but it's not. And so there's so much stuff that we have to read and know, and it's kind of one of those things, you know, the reason why they're having us read so many chapters, and it's not just, you know, oh, I'll just skim it real quick, or just, you know, look over. I mean, you have to read it, and you have to understand it, because you have to catch up to where the instructors are, basically. I mean, they use this terminology and they expect you to understand it, so you have to hurry up and learn that terminology. So, I mean, next week we have our first quiz, and it's going to be a lot of dental terminology, a lot of the anatomical landmarks, and it all works together, because in radiology on Thursday we're going to be taking our first radiographs. And in radiology, we're looking for dental landmarks, and in an oral-facial anatomy, we're learning those landmarks. So the faster we learn the landmarks, the sooner we can start really applying that knowledge to radiology. And I mean, all of the classes are going to kind of work together to, you know, enhance that goal of learning those landmarks and, you know, bringing us up to speed. And my particular class, our instructor said, so how many of you guys were dental assistants before you started dental hygiene school? And we have none. We have no one. And there's 16 of us, and not one of us have any experience. One person volunteered doing assisting doing extractions, but she was not a dental assistant, it was just a volunteer. And we have another one of my fellow students was a dentist in Pakistan, and but she, you know, became a mom, and, you know, has not been licensed here in the United States. So, and so I mean, none of us have, you know, so like, yeah, none of us have any dental assisting, you know, previous knowledge or any of that. So besides the former dentist, I mean, none of us even have any knowledge really of a lot of these terms. So we asked, the instructor was very, she was floored. She's like, I've taught here for 6 years, and I've never not had any dental assistants in the class. So she was like, that's pretty insane. So, you know, we're like, is that insane, like, in a bad way? Like, holy goodness, I've got a lot of catching up for these people? Or is it, like, a good thing, like, you know, you can train us up right type thing? So, and she said it's a little bit of both. So, it's kind of scary in that, you know, none of us really have any background knowledge to build on. But it's also kind of refreshing, too, because none of us have any background knowledge to you know, fall back on. We're all starting from ground zero, and we're all learning this together. All of us are, you know, no one kind of has a leg up, you know, in any way, shape, or form. So it's kind of nice, you know, knowing that we're all going to, you know, travel together, and we're going to go on this journey together, and we're going to make it work. And we've already, you know, we've only had been in class for 2 days, and it already feels like we know each other pretty well. So it was just, it's I can tell it's going to be a lot of work, but I know I chose the right thing, and I know I chose the right place to attempt it. So tomorrow is another early day. It's an 8 a.m. and so I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday morning, 7:30. So class starts at 8. And this is technically my pre-clinic lab, but this first class we are meeting in a regular classroom, so we don't have to wear scrubs today. So that's why I'm not in my scrubs. And we are just going to be discussing bloodborne pathogens and health safety exercises. So today is 8 until noon, and so there we go. We should be getting some of our instruments today. I think we're going to be, at the very least, getting our radiography instruments. So the XCP bite wing apparatus. I just did my radiology homework last night, so I'm trying to remember exactly what it's called. But basically it's the little circle thing that they put outside your mouth that attaches to the little thing that they put in your mouth to take x-rays. So we should at least be getting that, and our ivorine teeth. It's just a little 2 sets of teeth that are just little teeth that are stuck to a board basically, but they're anatomically correct. So we can start using them to study for anatomy, the oral facial anatomy class, and it'll also help us see landmarks for radiology, and we even have to bring them into our dental materials lab, the preclinical lab, a couple times. So anyways, there is, so that's what we're hopefully doing today, and so I will let you guys know how it goes. It should be a long day and possibly kind of tedious because, you know, anytime you have to go through lots of procedural stuff and that sort of thing, it's kind of annoying. But so see you guys in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, it is Wednesday. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We finished with class, and I knew that we were going to get some of our instruments today, but I figured it was just going to be the instruments we needed for radiology tomorrow. For the lab, we're going to be taking our very first bite wings tomorrow. So, but we got way more than that. We got our Cavitron attachments and the hand piece for the Cavitron, and so there's a whole bunch of stuff. So I'll have to show you, do another video with just the instruments that we got and the little tiny bit that I know about them. So I just wanted to say today was a good day. We did our OSHA certification. So we have that part done, and tomorrow is radiology lab at 10 a.m. and it's supposed to rain again, so I'm glad that it's not an 8 a.m. class. And that's it. So today was a good day. We got instruments, we got our OSHA certification done, and my husband comes home tomorrow, so I'm excited. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hey guys, it is 12:30 and I finished with lab. Sorry I didn't get to say anything before lab, but today was radiology lab, and it was the very first, I took my first bite wings. So it was 4 bite wings. So we did the molars and the premolars on both sides, on the left and right side. So it was really cool. Our school uses EagleSoft software, so it was our first time using that software. We just used the radiology part of it, so just how to take the how the images kind of load into the program and how to mirror them to make sure, and flip them, or whatever you need to do to make sure that it, the set looks complete and correctly. So it was really cool. And so the Dexter that I got to use, so Dexter is it's a mannequin kind of face and head, but they actually have a real human teeth mouth. So they are, I guess you could say, like cadaver type teeth. Someone who, donated their body and their teeth, and so then they take the teeth and they put them in like a mannequin type head. And so it's exactly the way that person's was. So if their jaw was real narrow, if their mouth was real narrow or wide, or they're missing teeth, their teeth are pulled, or anything like that, there's it's exactly the way that person was in life. So the Dexter that I got was his mouth was incredibly narrow, and so you really had to angle everything to get the right pictures, and it was really cool because not everybody's mouth, every person is different. So you're going to find somebody that has that really narrow mouth, or someone who's, you just slip it right in and boom, it's done. So I even though it was my very first one and I had a lot of having to, mess with it, I'm kind of happy about that, because it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be, it's not going to work right every single time. And so I felt like I learned a whole lot having to make those x-rays, work. So it was really exciting. We got our instruments yesterday, and then today we actually got to use the 360 things. So it was, we take digital images, and so it was really fun. It was really fun today. So, and that was the only class I had today, so that's really fun too, to go home and catch up on all this stuff, because we have our very first quiz in oral fictional anatomy on Tuesday, which is going to be absolutely crazy. So anyways, tomorrow I have dental, it's preclinical lab, and that is from 8 until noon tomorrow. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning.